Right now, let's get to the exciting bit. So you're all obviously here to learn a bit more about WordPress. How many people are already using WordPress on their own website or in work or somewhere already? Okay, that's good. How many people here are not using WordPress yet and they're just here to learn a little bit more about it? A couple of people at the back? Yeah, good. That's great. So, WordPress started in 2003, which makes it almost 7 years old. It started off as what's called a fork of a project called V2 Cafe Log. Basically with a really small edit that Matt Mullenweg made back then because he wanted it to display text in a better way. It's now developed into the most widely used self-installed blogging platform in the world and has literally millions of people using it. Automatic runs WordPress.com and we just recently crossed 10 million blogs. And then there's about the same, I think slightly less self-installed people who are running their own versions of WordPress as well. WordPress is always focused on simplicity, usability, and extensibility. Specifically the last one through plugins and themes. It's evolved since in the beginning when it was nothing but a blogging platform. Now it's not just blogging, but it's pretty much a complete content management system. It includes everything that you need to run your own website, as you probably all know already. So this is a lot of what's always been included or has grown over the different versions. And then the latest stable or major release, WordPress 2.9, has introduced a couple of new things. So we're going to go over those quickly. You can just put the URL to the page and figure it out. If you want to add your own sites to that list, you can do that with a pretty simple plugin. I think there are a few popping up already for different video sites and other sites that share media that will allow you to do the same thing. Even more under the hood and a little less exciting for people who are interested in sort of the front end of publishing is something called rel canonical. This is a search engine optimization thing. So what it does is it provides a hint to search engines about what is the definitive page or something. So within WordPress you can access a lot of content through different URLs, but you're accessing the same content. So rel canonical adds a tag to your header within your pages, which just says which one should the search engine consider the final version of this content. And it avoids what's called duplicate content within the search engine results, which can actually be a really bad thing. If you get duplicate content, you can get penalized quite heavily. So that's something that people have been asking for. That previously you needed something like all-in-one SEO or platinum SEO, one of the different plugins, to be able to get this rel canonical. But WordPress core takes care of that for you now. So getting a little bit further down into the guts of WordPress, WP comment meta is a new table that was added to WordPress 2.9. So that's WordPress. That's some of the new, more obvious things that came in WordPress 2.9, and then 2.9.1, which just sort of fixed up a few bugs and took care of any additional issues which cropped up. But what you're probably more interested in is WordPress 3.0. So 3.0 kind of sounds like a really significant milestone, and I guess in a lot of ways it is. In some software platforms, a number like 3.0 would be something really, really important. But technically, WordPress is just another number. That's not to say that it's not going to be a big release, because it actually, incidentally, is very significant, largely because of what's being called the merge. So let me sort of back up a little bit. Who here's heard of WordPress engine? WordPress View, as it's called. Okay, so this is probably going to be pretty significant for you. WordPress MU is named that because it's WordPress multi-user. So that is a variant of WordPress which allows you to manage more than one WordPress site from the same installation of code. So we actually use a modified version of WordPress MU to host WordPress.com. So that's over 10 million blogs from memory, somewhere around 6 or 7 million users. And that's all off one installation of WordPress. Now, obviously we have lots of servers and we have a lot of complicated systems providing that, but it's technically one copy of WordPress. So WordPress New is what makes that possible. And in WordPress 3.0, WordPress New will be combined with WordPress. So when you download WordPress, you're going to be getting the same copy of code that will allow you to run as many sites as you want off one copy of WordPress. A lot of people are worried about if that's going to make WordPress too complicated for sort of people who just want to run a personal blog. Maybe they're maintaining a diary about their cat. Those concerns we're trying to address by basically making all of this functionality completely invisible unless you choose to enable it.